some panels. I've seen some of you take photos, get signatures. We've got so many more things to come today. And of course, you don't want to miss our panels. You don't want to miss our closing ceremony at the end of the day. So I hope you have fun and stay here. And in the meantime, we're going to continue with two of our Vikings. Give it up for Jasper Pääkkönen and Franzén. So guys, welcome back to the con, and I hope you're having a good day. We have you on that couch because we have a microphone set up there for audience questions, and we've got some of them lined up already. But before we get into that, how's your day going so far? How's the reunion?
Parasta sitten pitkä.
Ihan mahtavaa täällä.
Se on ihanaa täällä tietenkin
Vierekäs yleisö.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic to be here.
It's like being back like it was yesterday, probably.
Really nice to see everybody, and of course we haven't been on a con before together, and we haven't seen in months, so it's lovely to see the brother.
I mean, and that's what I love about these conventions. Even after a show has ended, you guys get to be together, but you also get to be together for us, the fans, and we really appreciate that. It's been a while, and how do you reflect back on the show now that you've taken a pause from it? What do you think of your time on the show?
Well, I mean, the funny thing is that for me, it's probably over 6 years since I wrapped on the show, since I finished shooting it, and time has just kind of flown by, just disappeared. It almost feels like yesterday in a way. And meeting other cast members, other friends from the show, it doesn't feel like it was 6 years ago.
I know, exactly.
And I mean, I'm sure many people have spoken about this before on these Q&As or on stage, but Vikings was a really special production in that sense that we became a really tight family of friends. You know, it really was a unique production, at least in my career. It is not common. It's actually on the contrary. It's quite uncommon for a cast on a show to become such close friends and to really stay in touch for years to come.
Yeah, that's it's like a cliche to say something like, okay, we felt like one big family, but we actually did with the actors and background actors and of course the crew. That we still send messages to the people in the crew as well. And of course us, we go back a long way, and we've played brothers in other productions as well. But this is like, I guess it's the crown jewel of our brotherness. Good.
Yeah, the first film I ever did as an adult, but you know, I've been in a film when I was 7 or 8 years old, but that doesn't count. But the very first film I was in, we played brothers with Peter in it, and that was 2002, so over 20 years ago.
2002 was over 20 years ago, but it is.
That's a scary thought as well.
When you look at the pictures, you notice that, okay, maybe there has been, water has flown under the ring.
I mean, I just want to appreciate like what you both say about the group being that tight of a family. It's what we hear from all of you, from all of the cast members, and it genuinely feels that way. So it's amazing to see that and have that synergy in this room as well. So thank you so much for acknowledging that as well. And I think we have some questions lined up, so let's dive right into you. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Ronja. It's lovely to see you two here together. And my question is about the death scene of Harald, how they made it. But because when I watched it, I was crying because he's one of my favorite characters. And when I heard Halfdan's voice, I was like, oh cool, they made it so like you can hear him. But when I actually saw Halfdan sitting at the tree, I was like, oh my god, he's really carrying him to Valhalla. So my question is, whose idea was it to make it like that.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah, it was fun. We got to put our fingers and our creative minds into our death scenes and some other scenes as well. So that was sort of mine and Michael Hurst's idea that Harold needed somebody to take him to Valhalla, and of course, who better than Brother Man? So it was wonderful that after maybe 1 year or so you came back.
2 years.
2 years, and you had the time to do it, and it was yeah, he made the scene.
Yeah, he texted me and he was like, brother, I don't know what you think about this, but I think I planted a seed in the writer's head that you'd come back for my death scene, and you know, I'm not sure if this is a good idea in your opinion, but it would be great. I was like, of course I'm coming. If they invite me, I'll be there. And so it was. I think for Halfdan's character as well, it was you know, a very small but important little, you know, end, like, you know, the cream of the crop of his little arc in the show, and to come back and make a little appearance and kind of tie our, you know, Harald and Halfdan's story together in the end.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
what I was never able to grasp was that Michael produced, directed, he wrote every single episode, I think, right?
He wrote all of it.
All
Basically
in the
by
mind of
himself.
one single man.
Mad.
It's mad, yeah.
Yeah, for somebody who doesn't know, in a TV series the size of Vikings, it's common to have a team of writers, can be 5 or 10 people, you know, sitting, writing it, polishing it. Michael just wrote the whole thing by himself.
And that brought us in, you know, after every episode was shot, he sat us down at the table usually at a restaurant, and we had a good meal and a couple of drinks, and he went through the character arc with us, and sometimes he picked up things from there.
Yeah, he was very open to ideas as well. So sometimes, you know, if the actor would have an interesting idea, he'd definitely listen to it, and if it was actually a good idea. Sometimes actors have terrible ideas, but if it was a good idea, he'd immediately pick it up, and you know, sometimes the day or the night before shooting the scene, he would write a new version of the scene and you know, incorporate that actor's idea into it.
It's amazing that he has that much trust also in the people he works with.
Oh yeah, that was it's a rare occasion that a show this big allows that to happen. And of course, Michael was, like Jasper said, he was very nimble on twists and turns, and he accepted interesting ideas and incorporated very fast, in a fast pace. Yeah.
Thanks so much. Hi! We have another question lined up. What's your name?
My name is Yanni.
Yanni. And what's your question?
My question is, so in the breaks on set, what do you did during the breaks, and how long took it to film the wall where Harald kills Halfdan?
I'm not...
The speakers are facing that way, so it's hard for us to hear in the stage.
If you can speak directly into the microphone, we might be able to hear you better. Yeah.
So, what did you guys did in the breaks on shooting? And my second question is, how long took it to film the scene where Harald kills his brother?
Okay, so first of all, how did you spend your time in between takes, right? So the breaks?
Sleeping.
I slept a lot. I easily fall asleep anywhere, on the floor.
It's amazing on the boats, because we spend a lot of time on the boats, as you know. So it's like when we started to shoot, okay, cameras, action. No, where's Jasper? There, underneath the fur. Let's do it. But yeah, he's a natural in that sense.
And as for your second part of the question was, what was it like filming the death of?
Halfdan.
Halfdan. Okay. So what was it for both of you actually, that experience to have that closing moment, I think, between the two characters, the two brothers that immensely loved and immensely hated each other.
Right, it wasn't just the brothers from Vikings. For us, it was, you know, having played brothers in several films before, you know, so it was like an emotional moment. Definitely for both of us, not just because of Vikings, but because of the whole history we shared together.
And that day was your last day.
Yeah, that was literally my last day of shooting. The very last moment for me working on Vikings was the moment of the actual death scene, and then after that we went over to Peter's place and got matching tattoos that say brothers in Old Norse.
And
yeah, definitely. You can respond to that. Sorry.
Yeah, and we had a party for 3 days. Really.
Well, it needed to be celebrated properly.
Yes.
Viking style.
And we had friends over from Finland for the battle scenes, and one of our friends is a tattoo artist, so he brought his kit and got these done on the kitchen table.
Yeah, like a travel kit tattoo artist.
So that was a wonderful send-off. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your question. And now that you've led into tattoos, a lot of fans copy a lot from the show as well. So we see a lot of tattoos either from the show. We even have, faces of actors tattooed on body parts. What's like the craziest, I don't want to say weirdest, but what's the craziest thing that you've seen that came from Vikings to either the fan base or whatever? Are there any encounters that you thought like, wow, what an impact?
Like tattoo-wise, or?
Could be tattoo or anything, whatever. Tattoo-wise, maybe. Yeah. What's the most interesting thing you've seen?
I think it's always mind-blowing to see somebody with a full, you know, face tattooed on their body from a show like this. That, in a way, a show like this will live forever. But in 30 years from now, you know, it's going to be a very distant memory. And for somebody to be so dedicated and really love the show so much, or some of the characters so much, to actually get a very detailed tattoo of the show, and they'll obviously remember that forever because it's going to be on their skin forever.
Yeah, exactly.
It's mind-blowing.
It really is mind-blowing.
That's the effect you can have as like a part of the show on the lives of people. Interestingly, think about it, definitely. Yeah. Hello.
Hello, morning, Jasper, morning, Peter.
Moi.
Okay, you're sitting comfortably? Not anymore. Jasper, you take that side of the stage. Peter, you take that side of the stage. This is your battlefield. This is your crowd. This is your crowd. Let's sing across the battlefield.
Do what with the battlefield?
Well,
sing across the battlefield.
Oh.
Sing.
Yes.
Well, I'm not sure whether we should.
We can sing sitting down.
Okay, but that's also cool.
But we need people's help.
Yes, just
Only if you guys just come
Peter's
together.
side, okay? Side Jasper, side Peter, okay? If you want to shake
You guys, so yeah. If the crowd helps out, we might be able to hear a little bit. What are we singing?
Which language?
Which language?
English. No, not English.
You can
Original.
ask the audience. What language?
No, we're only picking one. Original. Can you still
Original it is.
Vad meldte min móðir att mér skyldi kaupa fley och fagar orror fara brott med vikingum standa upp i stavni stirra dyr om knarri halda sa till havnar högvarman och annan högvarman
It's impressive, and of course you both aren't shy to singing or music. You've had a tremendous career. We talked a little bit about coming from Finnish roots. Both of you friends, brothers. What was the transition like for you going from that to USA, the whole different side of the screen? Because I think Jasper, you were. For 20 years, you did like work in Finland as an actor before you moved on to the American stage. Peter, for you it was a little earlier, I think, but still, is it very different, those two cinematic worlds from one country to the other?
Well, it's work. I mean, of course, it's the language, and in some productions, of course, the budgets are different than in Finland, but work is the same everywhere, basically. So it's like if you love this job and you have practiced it, so it's the same thing everywhere. All the laws are the same.
Obviously, on a TV show the size of Vikings, you walk onto the set, and everything is so big, and the amount of people, there's hundreds of people in the crew. So the surroundings are grand, but once the cameras are rolling, all of that disappears. It's the same exact work. But yeah, when the first day of walking into the studio and onto the back lot where they build all of the villages and it was quite impressive.
It was quite easy to get lost in that world because you don't see cameras. You have like 600 people that look like people from 1,000 years ago, so it's like easy for an actor to get into that mode and get into that world and into your character, because all you see is the time travel that is at times in this profession it's possible, and with the Vikings it's because of the grandeur of it, it was possible for us. Yeah.
Amazing, thanks so much. So, hello. Another question lined up. What's your name?
It's not Vikings related.
That's
And my
fine.
Finnish is really bad, so how was it to play in Röli ja Metsähenki? Was it fine or was it funny? I don't know. What did you feel?
Yeah, it's a wonderful children's movie. And that was great. Yeah, it was made a long time ago, but it was fun.
Yeah.
Of course, kids need entertainment too, and it was kind of on the rough side of kids' movies, but it was interesting. Yeah, thanks. Have you seen it?
I did. I love
Okay,
it.
cool.
So the next question is for you. How was it to synchronize Moomin? You did, right?
To do the voice for Moomin, yeah, I did one of the Moomin animated series. I played the lead, the Moomin troll, for I can't remember how many episodes, like 50 episodes, I think, or something like that. And obviously, Moomin is a big part of Finnish culture, and so in a way, it's an honor to do that, because everybody grows up with the Moomins, and the whole nation knows the Moomins. So yeah.
All right. Thank you. Kiitos.
Thank you so much. Hi.
Hi, I'm Lisa, and my question is, was it hard to play brothers and like play the chemistry you guys had with each other? And did it affect you in real life? Like, did you become closer or friends about it, or like that?
I guess we answered that question already, but yeah.
I missed it. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no worries. We've been friends for like over 20 years.
Oh, okay.
And played brothers in a few productions before, and yeah, we like spending time together when there's a possibility, and it's usually Jasper saves my ass, so yeah, we're kind of close.
Okay.
And
But thank you.
many or some people here would have heard about this already, but the way we got the roles in Vikings, we did a film in Finland called Heart of a Lion, which is a film about neo-Nazis, about skinheads, like ultra racist skinheads, and we played skinhead brothers in the film. And then the casting director of Vikings, Frank Moselle, saw the film and showed it to Michael, and basically that's how we were offered the roles.
Well, thank you. I'm gonna watch the movie.
Yeah, Heart of a Lion.
Heart of a Lion.
Is the English title.
Thank you.
And that, which leads me to the question that I have to ask about hairstyles, of course. Last time I was speaking to George, who also has an interesting hairstyle in the first season of the show. What are the challenges having to, you know, especially you, Jasper, you have, of course, the shaved side of your head. And the production goes on for many, many months. Are there any challenges?
Or years.
Or years, especially when you do multiple seasons. What are the challenges when you go back to those few months that you have in regular life? Are there any?
Well, first of all, when I first showed up on set and met with the hair designer, she had a drawing of how the hair of Halfdan, in her opinion, should be. And it was like a normal sort of Viking, kind of long Viking hair, you know, Thor style, just normal long hair. It's like, I don't know. I mean,
that was you.
Yeah, I was like, couldn't it be a little like something more rough or weird, or it's like, yeah, maybe. What do you have in mind? It's like let's do something really crazy and just kind of shave off half the head or something like that. And then she asked me if I'm sure about it, and I said, you can do whatever you want with the hair, but just let's not make it too like boring. And that's what we came up with. But obviously, in your normal life, you look like
a Viking.
Right.
Yeah, you don't have to fantasize about any other roles, doing any other movies while you're
right on the break.
So it's that.
Amazing! Wow. I think we have one final question lined up. So, hi, what's your name?
Hello, I'm Stephanie.
Hi, Stephanie. What's your question?
It's about King Harold. I was really surprised about the way he died, because the real character, the real person, of course, had a totally different ending. How did you feel about that, and did it come as a surprise to you?
Well, in Vikings, the show, it's an honor to go in a place of glory in a way, and of course, if you die, you go to Valhalla. So that was